many annoying meta heroes that are just, you have to ban. And as far as like how can they adjust to it, it's not really all about the Nyx here. I think they just need to focus on their own drafting a bit. I think the Luna pick was really out of place. I think Ramses is a very talented and capable player. I think giving him a hero that like can carry the game, or maybe just a later pick, might be a smart decision for Virtus.pro in this game.
Okay. Well, yeah, you talked about all of those meta picks that can be let through in the first phase, and Primal Beast is one of them. Secret getting their hands on it, T-Vander.
Yeah, 3 picks on Primal Beast. They've all won a game, so that's a clean 100% for Secret. It's, you know, it's one of the solid starters in drafts. Most teams do like the idea that you can flex this around. Has very dangerous early game potential from position 2 to 3. Haven't really seen the support Primal Beast of late, because I feel like the playmaking capability of this here. I think Thompson already showed that in a very good fashion of doing those early rotations to the side lanes. That was it pre-4 minutes, if I remember correct. I don't think Secret wants to necessarily do the same thing, but they could try it out. Because it does put a lot of pressure away from your side lanes and relieve them a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, Secret were able to get Primal Beast in their series up against T1 yesterday, and it was played on Nisha. We've also seen it played on Rezu in the past, so that flex potential coming out. But VP, Undying Disruptor again, Kezu.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just the bread and butter from Virtus.pro. They really like this opening. They have a pretty good track record, at least right now, when they do have these 2 heroes. One thing to note, I think Secret's response is good with the Chen. Last game, when VP had these 2 heroes, they had the chance to ban the Chen in the second phase. This time Secret are like, nope, we won't give you the chance. We're gonna take the Chen here. And one hero I would love for Virtus.pro to ban, unless they protect themselves very well against it, is Lycan, because their heroes don't stand a chance.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the Zoo meta for Secret with the Chens and the Lycans and the Enchantresses have been very deadly against their opponents they're playing against. And sitting in together with a Primal Beast, I would not want to play against a PB Lycan Chen. That would be a very rough draft to play against.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I don't think it's the Lycan of old where you can just see 2 supports and pick Lycan. Normally when Secret did pick it, they saw at least one core matchup, namely the Morphling. But if they do pick a core that Lycan is good against, I definitely could see Secret picking that up for sure.
It's looking like VP don't want to let too much through the Beastmaster ban there. Any other bans?
Yeah,
that
I
really...
mean, so I was just going to say, second phase banning, like, probably the most boring part of the draft here. It's usually just preference of the teams, and maybe they're thinking about what they want to pick, right? So at most we can kind of look into it and be like, they banned this. Maybe it's like a chess match in a way. They're trying to set up for a hero later in the draft here, or they're just choosing to like kind of cover heroes that are good against what they already have. You see on Virtus.pro here, Beastmaster, as Kezu mentioned, kind of like the Lycan, Beast, similar heroes, good. We call them the Zoo, right? It's good against the Disruptor. It's definitely good versus the Undying too. So maybe they're going to continue that route, and that's their train of thought, and they'll just continue to ban that out. Or if they ban something that doesn't make that much sense now, it could be to cover up a future pick that they want to do later on in the draft.
I mean, I think the Sniper one makes sense.
Sniper could, yeah, that could make sense. That is banned out. The heroes from VP as well, once you see that Primal Beast come out, it does take away a couple options that they usually pick in the second phase. Dark Willow doesn't really fit in, even if you decide to flex that Undying as a 3, for example. The Willow is just not too great against the Primal Beast. The Silencer seems a bit weak-ish, especially once you have the Chen added into the mix, and they banned the Visage on the side of Secret. So you're only left with Tide and Doom that they've usually picked in the second phase, and Doom hasn't won a single game for Virtus.pro so far.
Not too in their favor then. Because any insights you can give us while we are getting through what Fear has now branded as the boring part of the draft?
I would say there's definitely still some things we can look into. So traditionally, when VP have picked these 2 heroes, you want to pick a core out of phase usually, because most often for them, these will just be their 2 supports. I think similar to the last game. So you see the Chen, you kind of want to have an answer to it. There's the heroes such as Tidehunter, as T-Panda mentioned. They aren't really putting any bans to protect this hero yet, so I'm not leaning too much towards them picking this hero. I do think it would fit their draft because you could lane the Disruptor in the off lane. It's maybe not super ideal against Chen, but it would allow your Undying to go into the safe lane. And then for Secret, it's not too easy to say yet, but they're most likely going to pick Zayat as hero in the next phase, and then they have to decide where this Primal Beast will go. If they have a very high value offlane pick, they will take it there. Otherwise, they're going to be picking their carry with their 4.
Mm-hmm. Well, knowing that they're going to then want to pick up Zayat's hero for Secret in the opening, do you contemplate the next ban here, or are you still of the same idea, Fear, that, yeah, the Zoo just needs to go?
I mean, the Nyx Assassin, like, he has a good win rate, right? But I haven't seen it being like, this hero just is, you know, unstoppable. He just plays it well, he does his job really well, and Secret's a good team, and I think VP realized that as well, so they're not really just needing to ban that, because we saw his Earth Spirit too. He had just as good of a game on Earth Spirit as he does Nyx Assassin, you know? He just fits that role really well. It's not particularly the hero itself. But I do like how VP is making some adjustments in their draft. They banned the Sniper, a hero that was really good versus a Luna. Maybe they want to go a route like that again, where they pick like kind of a stationary carry that Sniper's really good against. Very good versus the Tombstone as well. This Undying hero plus the Disruptor, really good for balling up and kind of making things happen on the map. But with this Clockwork pick, it kind of looks like they're going to be shoving this Undying into position 3 this game.
I'm looking at the same... You haven't really played the Clockwork except for Yamich, so if they do decide to put the 3 Undying with the Clockwork, potentially going into one lane, you got a double melee setup here. Tombstone gets a bit of benefit as well with the Clockwork running people down. Potential for a good lane to punish the enemy carry. Secret's gonna have to put something in their lane that is able to survive this this double melee powerhouse that can basically just dive them under the tower. Like, you gotta be quick with reactions and rotations to save Secret safe lane too.
10 seconds remaining.
More comfort coming out. But yeah, how do you feel about the clock and how it fits into VP's strategy there, Keza, while we wait for Secret to pick up their 4th pick?
It's okay. I'm still a little bit on the fence about the core Undying into a Gen type of lineup, and I think there's a little bit of overlap between the clock and the Disruptor. Though I must say Secret's response is pretty good. They have the Chrysalis Monkey King. It's his signature. He's going to lane against Undying. Though I must say a lot of the heroes that counter Undying, they tend to have a very easy time losing the lane as well. Like, Chen Monkey King isn't the most insane lane unless you get to man up with Penitence into the right clicks. But with that said, I think Monkey King makes a lot of sense for their draft. It's good with Chen in the game, and it allows them to hold the Primal Beast for one more pick, because now VP need to show their carry or safe lane, which then allows Secret to at least get one more counter matchup.
I will say, I have noticed on the Secret side there, Puppy's been giggling this whole draft, and it looks like they're pretty comfortable with the heroes they're getting and how this draft is going. They laughed when they saw the Disruptor Undying opening. They got the Chrysalis Monkey King, saw him laughing again. They seem pretty comfortable and happy with what they've got so far.
Yeah, the confidence goes a long way, even if you think certain matchups or certain lanes might be a little bit difficult. If you have that confidence, it's going to work out. And the Sniper ban, for them to go down that Luna route, you picked it, Fear.
Yeah, I mean, I think banning this, they kind of like have a strategy, right? Like, they pick their Undying, they pick their Disruptor. It seems like when their scrims or their talks, mock drafting, whatever they did, Luna is the carry that they want to go for when they have these type of heroes. And Sniper is just probably the worst carry matchup for this Luna. So they banned it out, giving them the option to like later on pick this Luna in the draft. It's okay. It's not like a hard counter to the Monkey King or anything. I really just think they picked this hero just because they enjoy having it with the current heroes that they already have in their draft.
There's a kind of tough situation for VP, because now they have to figure out, is this Monkey King, is this Primal Beast going mid, or is it going off lane? And Secret also have the last pick of the draft, so you're just probably going to ban both. I guess they don't want to ban, they don't want to play anything that Secret played last game.
Tezza, how are you feeling with these last two bans, and then knowing the position Secret have put themselves in? If you were VP, what would your last pick entail? Are there any holes in that draft that need to be fixed?
I feel like Virtus.pro need to make sure, so the good thing for them is that they do have last pick. I feel like ideally their last hero is going to do well in its lane, offer damage in the draft. But when you look at the first three heroes against Chen, I feel like they didn't address the Chen that well yet. Chen is very good against lineups that lack damage. And if you look at Undying, Clock, and Disruptor, they're not the most damage-dealing heroes. So I want Virtus.pro to have a mid-hero that deals damage, but then also can rotate to the Undying. Because we saw something similar yesterday in the T1 game. If your Undying is 6 billion net worth, it doesn't matter if you never get to combine your heroes. And I feel like right now, Virtus.pro, they're lacking this type of hero later in the draft.
They got the last pick though, so choice will be theirs. As far as like Team Secret here though, they have to decide right now where this Primal Beast is going. Are they going to throw in the mid lane for Nisha, or is Rezo going to pick it up in the off lane here? And they banned out, like, this is going to be a different game. As it looks like the same game or the same draft from VP, but it's going to be an entirely different game as the Darkseer is gone, the Sniper is gone, the Batrider is also not available in the pool. So Secret's going to have to combat this lineup with 4 new heroes, as the Knicks will stay static.
Fair, quickly, read into the laughs me and tell me what they're going to pick. Last pick on Secret.
Last pick? For
Yeah.
who?
For Secret.
Oh,
Read
for
Nisha's,
Secret.
read Nisha's face. What's he gonna do?
Oh, his face.
Yeah. What does that face
He's
tell
feeling
you?
Primal Beast right now.
Yeah?
That's why he's silent. That's why they're discussing with Rezo right now. No, he's looking at Nisha. It's a Nisha hero. No, he looked at Rezo. They're not sure.
They're still
They don't
coin
know.
flipping it.
They're debating it right now.
They're like, Nisha, do you want
Like,
it?
which one do you want to play? Primal Beast? Like, they both want to play it. No, I want to play it. No, I want to play Primal Beast this game. Because that hero is just so damn fun. I'm pretty sure everyone wants to play it. But I think the correct choice would probably be Primal Beast versus Luna. Yeah, I think Primal Beast should just lane versus Luna, because if you get on top with the trample there, not a lot Luna can do about that, right? So they're just going to pick a blind matchup mid. Lina, who beats Lina mid? Pretty much nobody. You might be able to argue a TA, but usually speaking, not even that. Invoker was a hero that is pretty popular, but that got banned out as well. So just a hero that's very hard to counter in the mid lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Do they want to go Storm and GPK?
This is a hard pick, I think. I'm having a hard time figuring out what you want. I think Storm could be okay. I'm not sure how this Lina Wind Ranger matchup goes. Could also be hard to pull that hero off. I feel like most of the heroes that VP would want in this slot are not really available. Tiny would have been something that they could have liked, say with the Invoker, but it looks like they kind of know what they want, as it's mid-task. I've seen this before. All right.
Yeah, you get on top of the lane is like, you're pretty tanky, right? So you can take a bit of a beating. And then later on, you just snowball on top of Lina. Lina hates the heavy physical damage, and Hero's getting on top of her. So, like, maybe the lane, Lina might come ahead shortly, but just one rotation or two, Tusk can kill Lina incredibly easily.
And for you guys, when you've seen it in the past, is that practically just how it plays out?
So I would say that it's actually somewhat similar to last game, but that VP have... So VP gave themselves a better chance in this game, but I think it's similar to what we saw in game 1. I think Secret have the better win condition. I think this is a pretty good Monkey King game. Maybe there's some interaction later in the game with GPK where he wants to kick him out of the ring, so that could be a turning point. But once again, VP need to play on tempo. They have Luna, they picked this mid-task for a reason to help enable the side lanes, and that's what I want to see from them. If they want to take this to a game 3, you need to play fast.
T-Panda, do you think they're going to be able to do it? Is Virtus.pro able to hit that tempo that's required in this draft?
Well, if everybody matches up to Ramses in the last game, potentially yes. I mean, I do like the Secret draft in general. I feel like Secret has a bit of an edge versus Virtus.pro, but anything can happen in this game. This could be a tie series.
Fia, is it going to be a tied series? Is it going to be a 2-0?
It's gonna be a tied series for sure. VP is gonna come back. We're gonna get a game 3. Everybody wants it. Super hype day, last day. So let's get a game 3.
Yeah, all right. Well, then let's jump into game 2. It's Wagger and Moxie.
I don't think too many people would be really disappointed to see a game 3, but getting some very interesting drafts this time around, Waga. How do you feel this game's gonna just play out?
I think VP are gonna bring it back, actually. I like the point that Kezu pointed out there, that the Tusk is really good against Monkey King if he gets to the point of having Aghanims, kicking him away, not only from the ulti, like obviously cancelling Wukong's command is huge, but in general, just being able to kick away the Monkey King is a pretty good tool to try and keep your team alive here. They also have good heroes like Fear said to get on top of the Lina, so they have sort of tools to counter both the POS 1 and POS 2 on the side of Secret. Yeah, I think we're gonna see VP bring it back here. I hope so, at least, because I want more games from these series.
Do you feel like the draft that we see now coming out from the side of VP is too reactive, though? They did get a couple of the heroes out that they really enjoyed, right? You can see the Clock and the Disruptor, two heroes that have just done so much work in the past games that we've watched coming out from them. But is this necessarily what they wanted for their draft, do you think?
I think they're certainly reacting to the Monkey King. I think if Monkey King wasn't in the game, I don't think we would see the Tusk mid here. We've seen Tusk mid done before, but I think it's just a good game to do it, so he wants to do it here. And since Lina's a hard hero to counterpick, as in getting a hero that wins against her in the lane, Tusk would do, you know, quite as well as an Ember would, or as against a lot of other heroes would have done in the same situation. So I think VP have a nice mix between countering Secret and still having their own synergies.
Are we going to run into any issues, though? We saw with the Tiny in game number 1 that GPK was just getting kited so badly towards the end. Are we going to see that issue come into play with this Tusk now?
Maybe. We might see a fair amount of kiting from both teams, honestly, as you definitely want to mitigate the damage output of a Luna the same way. You have a lot of stuns over on the side of Secret, so she's probably going to get a hard time to do the right-clicking in this game when the BKB is not up.
The battle begins.
Already Ramses is chased away from the rune top. Doesn't want to deal with that Primal Beast, so it's going to end up being a equal split of those bounty runes to start this game off.
Yeah, no immediate advantage there, and they are now trying to keep Monkey King a little bit away from getting to bottom lane. Hakoda being careful though, knowing that he's alone.
So we talked a lot about, you know, eventually getting something like the Walrus Kick. What's the priority of the Ags for GPK here? What's going to be the build-up?
It's pretty high priority. I would say it might not be your first item. Blink Dagger is still a very nice thing to get, but I think you will prioritize it as a second item at least. Possible still as a first item. But he definitely wants to get, you know, probably face boots and some upgrades. Nisha taking a bit of tower damage there.
A little bit of that harass going back and forth. This is not the easiest lane for GPK to be playing against the Lina. Like the guys kept saying, this is just one of those heroes that doesn't really lose the lane very often.
Oh, she doesn't lose the lane, but so far the CSing going quite well for the Tusk. He's 4-2. Managing to get any denies against Alina's Tusk is not that easy. Oh, top lane, he gets caught.
Top lane, ooh, Ramses just taking so much harass. But they'll turn it back around over onto Zayat.
Yeah, Zayat's just not allowing him to try and keep the creeps back. He still keeps them outside of tower range, though, which was the goal for Luna there.
Crystallis now sitting with those 8 decay stacks on him, only about 500 health total. DM just continuously spamming out the decays.
Yeah, the core Undying is pretty strong laner, even into something like Monkey King. Just by getting Monkey solo HP, he can't really trade confidently back.
A little bit of harass over to Science. He's doing the same thing that he did in game number 1 as Reza's just, he's enjoying the fact he's a big tanky boy because he just solo kills Luna underneath her own tower. That's a bit of a disaster.
This is one of the hard things about being a ranged core when teams are doing these pull shenanigans. You get the enemy creep wave under your tower, you don't have your own creep wave, nothing to support you, you take a lot of damage over time, and Primal Beast just manages to get a nice catch on him.
I feel like Luna is just so squishy too, which can be a little bit of an issue. We've seen just how fast heroes can melt when they have, you know, in the position where they can get trampled upon.
Yeah, certainly, especially with this item build too. Only has 2 iron branches, so his stats are quite low on the strength department. He's of course opting to go for as much damage as possible. Usual build, we see it quite a lot. Bottom lane,
Yeah.
they're chasing Hakoda.
Hakoda, draw and drop the boundless. There it is. They've got the Jingu. DM still chasing after Cassell's here. It does have those 8 stacks of decay, but it's just gonna walk away from this fight. They're happy with what they got. They got a kill on the support for Secret.
Yes. Secret doing great here. I mean, getting kills on both side lanes. Really happy.
Uh-oh.
And mid.
This top lane again. Nice save by Yamich, just throwing out the power cog so they can't continue to stomp all over Ramses.
Yeah. Locke was picked after Primal Beast as a counter specifically to him. He's so annoying for a Primal Beast. You have the battery assault, of course, against the ulti, but also this Hogs just blocking you from doing what you want.
So who is the hero that you think that we should be focusing the heaviest on right now? Who's the one with the most potential to make things happen?
The one that I'm keeping my eye on is just whether or not Tusk can get good enough of a laning stage, and right now he's doing amazing. He is sitting at 17-2 CS against the 22-5 for Lina. Yes, she's winning the lane, but when you're against the Lina as a Tusk, I think this is good.
Got the top lane again, just the trample. Nice power cogs coming out from Yamich. It's gonna slow him down, but Ramses is separated here. With the roar, put a little bit more harass. Just feels like Ramses constantly being pressured. We'll get a solve
Yeah,
used.
Resso is playing really good here. He's taking every chance to do damage, even if he doesn't think that there's a huge kill potential. He's just going, and it's making Ramses' life very difficult here in the laning stage.
And I think that's such a great way to play this too, is that, you know, Luna, we saw how well they did, you know, Ramses in that first game, like during the laning phase. Like he was running away with the amount of farm he was getting, but if he's constantly having to worry about his health or doing, you know, ferrying out any sort of regen, definitely going to slow him down quite a bit.
Yeah, certainly. A little bit of stacking, preparing here. Of course, they can farm it very easily. Either Lina or the Primal Beast could go over and take that. Trample does kill stacks really, really fast as well. And right now, Luna not allowed to really touch the creeps, as Resso is just keeping him at bay. Look, every time he comes up for a CS, Resso is just walking up like, no, you don't. Stay back.
It's not much that they can really do other than, you know, have Yamich just throw out the power cogs every single time.
Yeah, they can help protect, but they can't really secure the farm right now for Luna. We have 20 seconds until the power rune spawn. We see both teams bringing over multiple supports here. Both Puppy and Zayats are checking runes. Same for Yamich and Hakoda.
Puppy has himself the Satyr Mind Stealer with the Mana Burn and the Mana Aura. Just have this big rotation trying to secure whatever they can. Here comes Yamich as well. There's the Laguna Blade over onto GPK, but there it is. There's a regen room, but immediately gonna get canceled out here. So they follow up over onto Yamich. Battery assault. Yeah, it's doing great.
And Yamich with, or Zayats with an unusual miss there on his impale. Nice sidestep by GPK. Else he would have gone down there. If that connected, he was definitely dead.
Yeah, I thought that he had popped that regen right off the bat, but did wisely save it. So now he's back in lane. He's back pretty much at full health, full mana. It's like it didn't even happen.
Puppy with a deny on the bounty rune. No gold for you, Kola.
Bottom lane. I feel like poor Crystallis has not had much health at all. But you know what? That works out with Boundless. They drop the tombstone, though. They realize Puppy is not here. Nice little glimpse back as they'll finish off with a decay on DM.
Yeah, really nice. Yes, that level 2 glimpse, so quite hard to run away from. If you get the Thunderstrike, you're definitely going to get the glimpse. And yeah, DM is having a good start here on his Undying, but as the panel said, it can be difficult to transition a core Undying into actually doing stuff. Are they glimpsing him? They got him.
They got him top lane. Also, the pressure being placed by Reza. Get the power cogs off. Not much mana, though, over here on Ramses. And again, he's so tanky, it's pretty difficult to do enough damage to this guy.
Yeah, Yamich has to babysit this Luna all the time, make sure she doesn't just get run over. And Crystallis is making his way back to bottom lane. Fortunately, he is a Monkey King, so getting glimpsed to base, not that bad.
A little bit of that harass going back and forth here in top lane. They have the power cogs. It's just run right through here from Rezo, and they'll be able to clean up over onto Zayas, get a little bit of revenge here. And this top lane, while this is happening, they'll find a kill on DM in the bottom, because they had a rotation to mid lane.
Even more revenge served up there as he finally made his way back.
GPK running to this top lane. Rezo clinging to his tower. They do have a creep wave coming in. They're going to open up with the snowball. And they're just going to start giving the hits. There it is. There's the punch. There's the shards. And that is a dead resolution.
Yeah, nice runes so far for GPK. First with the region rune, then also getting that haste rune. He's having a fortunate game here. Rune spawning at the right places at the right time for him.
And ping. Nice LSA plus the Laguna. Okay, he's going to just go for the punch and try to run away. Does have those shards. Got a little bit more damage, blocking all sides.
Yeah,
and just
he went
reset
up there and he saw the stack on the big camp, but they don't really have a great tool to steal this. So there's a lot of gold there and they know about it, but the best thing they could do is like try and bring Undying over with Tombstone, but this is just going to go the way of Nisha. It's too late.
Puppy grabbing himself that little satyr here and sending up towards the top lane. Has the cloak aura. And still holding on. He's got himself the Harpy Stormcrafter too. So seeing some different creeps picked up by Puppy depending on what is necessary in the situation.
Yeah, Puppy, I mean, he's a very experienced Gem player. He knows what creeps he wants to make the most use of. It's a little bit of RNG when you play Gem. Mid lane. Oh, it gets revealed here.
Open up. Pagoda is nearby. We'll throw out the kinetic field and a glimpse just to make sure that can't have that Lina doing anything. Spike Carapace over on Zai. It's going to try to slow down GPK, but he still manages to get the final hit off. And there's a bottle service coming in fresh from Yamish.
Yeah, so to get another kill, I mean, Tusk mid relies heavily on these kills. It's not a hero like Lina who can just pop into jungle and farm. So VP are the ones who want to play higher tempo right now, by far, I would say. So they're trying to organize moves together with this Tusk.
I'm really enjoying just seeing like how they're enabling GPK this time around. Crystals finds an opening on the bottom lane on DM, but do have movement over here in the mid lane.
Good use of the Wukong there, and again, now they have level 6 on Zayat already on the Nyx Assassin, so he uses Vendetta immediately, looking to make a move towards mid.
They're prepared for this. They do have several sentries down, so they'll chase after Puppy and use the Hand of God. You see the teleports coming out immediately from the side of Secret. The glimpse play, though, coming in. We'll just send Crystallis back. Yamich taking a lot of damage. He's stuck over to the side, most likely going to fall here as Rezo stomps all over him. But they get the kill on Puppy, and they also had used the Hand of God during all of that.
Yeah, still good for VP, I think. There was big reactions forced, and they get even more kills, like we mentioned on Tusk. Top lane now, looking to make something happen with Primal Beast and Nyx.
Oh, nice play here with Zayat, using the Spike Carapace again with those glaive bouncers. There's nothing that Ramses can do against that. So, paired up with Rezo, they'll be able to go take this tower thanks to the Chen army. Tough game for this Luna.
I can't believe we're going to see it again after last game when they pushed high ground there with Luna and got killed pretty much solo by the initiation, let's say, from Nyx, just doomed by Spike Carapace. We're going to see it again, playing a carry that can get punished like this. So Zayat is probably very happy that his target is a little bit easier to kill than an average carry would be.
Reminds me vaguely of when every single game saw a death prophet and people started picking up blade mail to try to deal with the exorcism, because you just don't really have the control over, you know, where the ghosts are moving. Same thing with these glaives bouncing around. You know, the Nyx Assassin just such a solid choice against something like Elena.
Yeah, it's difficult. Nothing you can really do about it as Luna, as you said. So he just has to be mindful about his positioning, where he's farming. You see all of VP moving towards the bottom area. They want this tower, but they're being constantly scouted out by this Nyx, having that silent impact of just running around and keeping tabs of the enemy. So Crystal is going to back out in good time.
They also have a nice ward over here on the side, just spotting any sort of rotations.
Yamish
though need to be careful. Yeah, he walks right into the two heroes of Secret. Drop the Wukongs, and they'll be able to clean up. But while this is going down, they are also managing to take the tower from the side of Secret to even up that equilibrium.
Yeah, Mint are being forced a little bit, but they're bringing heroes over. Tusk wants to defend.
He
I
actually
like
went
the choice. The choice of going for the Falcon Blade on Tusk before the Blink Dagger. It's actually quite a good item for Tusk. That 14 damage is not to be scoffed at when you have your crits from the Walrus Punch being 300% already.
You read my mind, Waga. I was literally about to ask, like, so he looks like they went for the Falcon Blade. What do you think of that? But you already answered my question before I said it. New Oracle?
Yeah, or Kyle, let's go. Falcon Blade though is just a very popular item right now. A lot of heroes that we previously didn't see buy it are going for it, and it feels amazing to purchase, especially in tandem with the Soul Ring being nerfed in the same patch. That just led a lot of people to open their eyes to this item.
All right, well, 13 minutes in now, a 2K lead going to the side of Secret. And it feels like this time Ramsey's, definitely slowed down. Bottom lane, though, the initiation over onto Zayas. It's already used that Spike Carapace, so he's not going to be able to survive this one. But it will allow for Crystals to run away.
Again, trying to be cute with the Spike Carapace initiation, sitting under the creep wave, expecting the Decay to come out, but there was a sentry already. So the sentry made it that VP can just get the kill on him instead. Ooh, missed hook shot for Yamich.
It was just to scare them away, sort of thing, show that this is our jungle. Get out of here.
Yeah, he displayed what he's capable of.
I mean, we've seen what he's capable of. Can play very, very well on this Clockwork.
Secrets. They have a lot of creeps around mid from Chen and Lina with the right click damage. They are thinking if they can bring down this tower, but so many players from VP are sitting around. It's a scary move to commit for this. Especially into Disruptor, because if you start to fight, you can't run away. You need to take that fight, because whoever backs out is going to get glimpsed. So they need to know that they're certainly strong enough. Smoke coming out from VP. Splitting up, though, going different ways.
And look at the ward coverage also here in this mid lane. They've got all the sentries down because they're not going to let themselves get jumped on by Zayas. In fact, the sentry just about to go, here in the top portion, but you can tell that they're really taking this Nyx Assassin's threat seriously. They don't want to have it where he gets the jump.
After last game, they better. I mean, he's definitely displayed. He's looking here to increase his win streak even further. He was already, what was it, 6-1 at the start of the day,
yes.
Panel said, 7-1 now. So he's looking to make it 8-1 in this game right now.
Now, important to note, the Blink Dagger is completed for GPK, so they've been enabling him quite a bit to make sure that he can get these items in good timing. I'd like to see them get aggressive. In fact, that's exactly what we're going to see happen as they smoke up over on the side of VP. No one available here in the jungle, though. Everyone seems to be playing top, but this will allow them to put down a little bit more vision.
Oh, Crystallis has to be careful. He's jumping around, but he's skittering around the vision of this ward. He realizes, pinging it even, that could be dangerous, so staying safe. It's actually just sneaking by, going completely outside of the vision, onto bottom lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's very scary when no one's showing on the map, although Yamich does run into both Reza and Zayas over here. That's with a hook shot over onto Zayas. We see the teleports, people making their way over now. GPK making his way over with that tag team with the blink forward. Oh my goodness, there's not even a corpse to be able to bring back.
Tusk relies on getting kills, and kills is what he's getting. He's 5-0-0 now, having a pretty fantastic start, and with his haste rune ready, he can farm top and be ready to respond quickly if something happens on the mid lane as well.
Right now, both of the cores. Oh, mid lane. Hello, Yamich. You should just give it a couple clicks. Not going to be able to quite finish him off, though. Even dropping those Seeds of Serenity just in case.
It's cool to me that Nisha opted to go for the Spellcaster Lina in this game as well. So he's saying that, okay, Monkey King, you're going to be our physical damage dealer, and I'm going to add these items that allow me to magically burst people faster. This is better against Luna to be able to kill her fast, because she has so high armor as an agi carry. But this is not necessarily what we usually see from most Linas. A lot of the time, Linas still want to play that, semi-carry role, but he's going full Spellcaster here. The blink.
And immediately the D ward over here on the side.
Dire's
If he didn't have that ward, he would be dead right now.
Would, and they find Clockwork immediately going and dropping the Static Storm. Nice hook shot from Yamich, buys him a bit more time. The Cogs, though, now still have the Pulverize, and they'll get this. Oh, they won't be able to save him, but they do manage the heal off as Rezo walks away from this. A little bit of a glimpse play, going right back again. They have a nice cheeky sentry ward over here on the side, but Ramses just wants to continue to farm up. Doesn't look to want to fight anymore at this point.
Top.
Double
DPK
damage.
didn't go and check it. He's not gonna get that one. Would be really dangerous if he got his hands on that as a Tusk. But still, that was quite a bit of resources used for just a clock kill. And even expending the 9-second BKB on your Primal Beast. So I don't think VP are too unhappy about that. Sure, a teammate died, but it's just a level 7 Clockwork. Like, he's the lowest level on the field.
I thought for half a second he was going to survive that, but the Cogs just not going to be able to.
He got grabbed through the cogs. It looked crazy. The Primal Beast had long arms there to actually use his ulti on him after he used cogs.
Sure, he does have pretty big arms for a dinosaur. Comparatively to the Tyrannosaurus Rex with those itty-bitty baby arms. But TP's coming up to the top. They want to protect Crystallis. DPK opening up, Boundless, run through. Hookshot comes out from Yamich. The separation of the fight followed up with a snowball. Yamich, though, having difficulty staying alive over the back lines. They lose GPK, and this reaction coming out from Secret, just realizing that, you know, they were going to try to make a jump onto Crystallis, will yield them 2 kills.
Yeah, they have that top lane ward that hasn't been dewarded for Secret, and that gives some crucial vision there, so they're able to bring a lot of heroes over and effectively bait this with their Monkey King.
Yeah, look how fast this Roche is just absolutely melting.
So much of that is just Chen, honestly, helping out. Like, his army does quite a bit of damage in this.
I feel like we don't give the creeps enough credit a lot of the times. They're so used to, you know, thinking that they're kind of weak in the jungle and we just go and kill them all. But when you add them onto your Chen, they can be quite formidable and give you some really nice boons, as we saw earlier with some of those auras and whatnot.
Yeah, they all have that bonus damage as well. So they bring down Aegis really quick there due to the bait that they get top. So again, similar to first game, they have this security now from Crystallis.
Go for the Dust, the Static Storm, but that Carapace. Rezo running into this over here. They will get the glimpse off as a beautiful impale going over onto GPK and DM. And the teleport's coming out now from Crystallis, so they need to get the heck out of there. Looks like he's not going to commit.
And again, VP are the ones like, okay, your carry canceled TP. Now we're chasing again. Going in, trying to get vision. GPK.
Oh, they see Rezo with that rocket flare. Curious to see if they're going to make this rotation down. Yeah, they smoke up. They want to defend it. They want to see if they can get a wraparound play over on VP. Crystallis leading the charge.
I'd like to say VP playing more under their wards than they did in the last game. Last game they went for a lot of aggressive moves that they didn't really have vision into, but there they sat back a little bit and tried to stay on their observer ward. They're going to forfeit the area now, so it might get dewarded, but overall it feels like Secret have been a little bit more diligent about playing where they have vision, and I think that was part of the downfall for VP in the last game.
Spotting a Hakoda here. GPK is nearby. Just a little cheeky slap.
Yeah,
no hard
not really gonna hard commit for something there. He did disassemble his Echo Saber to get the BKB on Crystallis, so having Aegis and BKB, he can make really aggressive moves, but on his own, he probably doesn't have the damage really to fast burst anyone.
Yamich realizing Zayats is over here. They are going to get that BKB delivered to Luna very soon, but the stomp will ensure that the Clockwork ends up dying. There's the BKB though now for Ramsey, so they were able to delay that gank, and he was able to pick up that item because that is a huge power spike for the side of AP. Uh-oh, Hakoda? Yeah. They're coming. I think you can hear the Jaws music from here.
Pretty much, but he is gonna run away again. He's speedy with that Tranquil Boots upgrades. He's no poor Brown Boots disruptor, though he is going for the Aghanim's Rush in this game. He wants to get that early. We see him go for different builds, different games. Hakoda just adapting to what he thinks is best for the game he's playing.
All
Smoke
right,
now coming in.
I think they got the Deso online now for the Tusk. They've got BKB on Luna. This is the time they can get a pick off. They have to be aware. Black King Bar is still available over onto Rezo, so they're gonna have to stun lock him and pick him. And yeah, he just immediately pops. Follow up here from Crystals over onto GPK. They pick up the Luna. They just start shaking her around in circles. Going for the little bit of the save. The snowball going over here onto Puppy. It's doing a lot. Hand of God comes out. They'll lose damage. They'll end up losing Puppy though, thanks to that nice snowball coming in hot. As now they'll turn their attention over to Ramses. He manages to dodge with the Manta. And just like that, that whole fight is over.
He's not safe yet, though. Nisha is chasing. He's looking for him.
Oh, Nisha coming around the corner of the Laguna, and that is a kill for Nisha.
Yeah, making good use of the Butcher travels there. Travels down to bottom lane, comes in with the Ether Lens cast range to mid lane. They might go on GPK.
Oh, GPK. They are definitely going on GPK right underneath the tower. Such insult. As they just do not care. Rest of the Gen armies here. They'll even get a kill on the courier.
Middle tower is under attack.
Just feels like when you have something like this Primal Beast, and especially the way that Rezo plays, right? It's just always in your face. And it's very difficult to bring him down because he's quite tanky.
Yeah, he really is. They also failed to chain stun him when they initially went on him. They blinked in, they Tusk Punch, but they didn't get the snowball stun right after the Tusk Punch. So he was actually able to pop the BKB early and live long enough there in that fight. And yeah, he, like you said, with the armor of Uproar and then BKB Magic Immunity, he is not that easy to bring down, so you have to stop the BKB.
This always seems like he's...
Aghanim's Lina. This is fun to watch.
Alright. That's the Flame Cloak that did get changed around recently for those viewers who haven't had the chance to see it just yet.
Yep, so you can fly for 6 seconds, you take 35% less magic damage, and you have 30% spell amp. And of course that flying mobility. He's under a ward now though, he has to be careful.
There are 4 here. Ooh, that hook shot. LSA, oh my god, DSM just... DM just disappears there completely. Static Storm is going to come to play over Crystals. This is the BKB. It's going to be the Walrus Punch. End up losing Zayas. Coda next to fall. Ramses just, or sorry, Resolution just stomping all over them. Ramses going to be able to slow them down though. Throws out that hit. But GPK is just getting so slowed down. Too much damage coming out from Nisha on the other side. Yamish teleporting away.
Yeah, Secret are just handily in control of this. They're definitely strong. It's fine, losing sucks, but what are you going to do?
That's a great voice line. Oh my god. Appropriate.
Hitting them with that right now? Damn.
That's gold.
That's a good voice line for this.
Calculated, right? They're waiting for this moment. They're like, yeah, we got to put that voice line in so that way.
Yeah, they were prepared. The long con. Yeah, there we see the hook shot that was really close to landing. And then the chase, they just bring them down. This Lina and her damage. In the game though, we have a crucial position here. They're kind of looking for an opening.
Ramsey's leading the charge.
They have high ground vision.
They're looking over at DM too. Yeah, there it is, the Impale, the Laguna over onto the Sport. He just does not exist as they'll follow up though. Hand coming into play. Crystals just giving these clicks off and all the BKBs getting popped, trying to just survive. They'll take down the tube over on the side. The hook shot out from Yamich because they just want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah, they're gonna try and scramble. They get out, but this is an impossible game to survive. Wow. Blink in with the death. Chases for more.
Oh god. All right. GPK, he is just in.
It was a one-way ticket. He went in for the kill. He saw him under the vision. Blinked in, decided to get the burst over on Nyx. Man, the mid laners are bullying the supports in this game, but he knew he overcommitted and tried to survive with a snowball. No way to get out though.
Nisha is goddamn terrifying though. Like as a support, how do you survive against this Lina that's got all this burst damage? He's got the Aether Lens on top of that, so you've got just so much going on. Like you can't hide from this Lina. Just always gonna be in the psychic headband. Oh my god.
Even more range. He's gonna do a lot of damage, and he hasn't even hit the power spike yet of level 20. Gets 11% more spell amp, so he's gonna have his 8% from the Kaya, he's gonna have the 30% from the Aghanims, and then the 11% there. This is so exciting to me because I really like watching Spellcaster Lina, and it's kind of rare that we see it being played in this way in competitive.
I don't... Oh, Yaman, she just
another burst.
wanders on through. Yeah, and this time he, you know, and he's just like, I've got enough kills. You can have this one.
Yeah, saving the mana. Doesn't want to waste 450 to get that kill.
I know it's efficiency, but the way you say that makes it sound so BM, like you're not even worth the mana.
Oh, top. That's a lot of skeletons.
GPK, all right, the snowball, immediately dodging away from Rezo. It's gonna blink out, and the TP's come in. Nice glimpse back from Pagoda, but the BKB is already up and running, and they just pick up GPK, they just shake him around. The Luna just melts so far back and away from Nisha, and they'll kill GPK. They've had enough. They just call GG. Team Secret is in TI form. They are going to the International. There's no way Puppy's missing one of these.
Wow, that is big. Puppy is once again secured for TI. He is going. Look at the boys.
He's so
Look how happy they
happy.
are. Man, I mean, he's a TI legend. He really is, Puppy, and you got to give it to him and his entire team here. They played some really good Dota. You can see the relief on the players now as they managed to secure themselves immediately here. Start of the day, 2-0, and that's going to make it all the rougher